Mississippi. Chief Meteorologist Eric Jeansonne here. We're going to do a quick update on the forecast as we go into the weekend. We got a lot of changes that will be taking place over the next 24 to 48 hours. So let's kind of break it down on our headlines here. Tonight, can't rule out some patchy fog. It's going to be another mild night for South Mississippi. Most of us staying in the upper 60s, maybe even some spots close to 70 degrees when you wake up on Saturday morning. Tomorrow, near record warmth, just like what we saw today. I'll talk more about those numbers from today in just a little bit. As we go to tomorrow afternoon, we can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm, and that's going to be ahead of our cold front that's going to bring in all the changes overnight tomorrow night, turning windy and colder as we work our way into Sunday morning. Today, our high temperatures record-breaking. We broke a record at Gulfport Biloxi International. The old record was 79 degrees set back in 2018. Today we had a high temperature of 80 degrees, so that breaks that record. Here at the station in Biloxi, we hit 79 degrees. That breaks the old record for Biloxi of 76 set back in 1917. And at Moss Point at Trent Lot, 81 was a high temperature. That breaks the record of 79 set back in 2018. So tomorrow, we'll likely do something like that again as we take a look at the numbers. Forecasting high temperatures around 80 degrees for those three locations. The records 77, 77, and 80. So we'll be pretty close to that record territory tomorrow. Here's a map of the high temperatures. Notice areas north of I-10 more likely to hit those mid 80s. Along and south of I-10, upper 70s to low 80s regardless. Temperatures well above normal for February standards. But look at the contrast. Behind the front by Sunday morning, we're looking at low temperatures in the 40s. So that's going to be a big change going from the 80s and this fake spring that we've been enjoying to the 40s. That's like a 40-degree temperature drop from the high temperature on Saturday to Sunday morning. You factor in the wind to wind chill values likely in the 30s. As far as high temperatures on Sunday, we'll be lucky if we get out of the 60s, or out of the 50s rather, into the 60s. It's going to be pretty chilly. Keep in mind, those brisk north winds are going to last pretty much all day on Sunday. Here's a look at the satellite and radar right now. Not much going on, just a few showers just to the west of New Orleans and a few showers around Pensacola. As we go into tomorrow, we will have that opportunity for a few showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder ahead of the cold front. Outside now in the Hancock-Whitney Bank Tower, Kim and Gulfport, we're sitting at 72 degrees. Our dew points are in the 70s, so that tells us there's a lot of moisture in the air. Rain chances, they're not zero during the first half of the day on Saturday, but as we work our way into the afternoon and evening, we do start to see those rain chances bump up a little bit. I don't think everybody's going to see heavy rain tomorrow, but there could be one or two spots that sees a quick moving shower or thunderstorm. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. Saturday morning starting out in the upper 60s to low 70s. By lunchtime, 70s and 80s on the map. And then late in the afternoon and evening, that's when we're going to start to see the opportunity for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Looks like the front begins to move into South Mississippi after about, or let's just say in that time frame between 6 and 9 o'clock tomorrow evening is when we could expect that front to make its approach to South Mississippi. There could be a few storms ahead of it. And then we're going to turn much colder by Sunday morning. The wind, it is going to be quite windy behind the front. Notice by around 6 o'clock Saturday evening, the winds start to pick up to our north, and we see gusty north winds developing overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning. Gusts well over 30 miles per hour by sunrise. In fact, out over the water, we could be looking at wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. There are gale watches in effect, so definitely some rough conditions developing offshore. So if you have some plans to go out over the water, maybe Sunday's not the best day for that. And the wind just sticks around all day on Sunday, so it is going to be a cool, chilly, breezy day. Look at the long-range temperatures here. Monday morning, maybe frost across the region. Make sure you're protecting your plants. Make sure the pets have a warm place to stay. Tuesday morning could be a light freeze, so if you already maybe kind of put the plants out or anything like that, you maybe started planting early, don't do that. Don't do that before Good Friday, I believe. That is always the rule that I grew up always hearing, don't plant anything until after Good Friday. But anyway, looking at the forecast temps, notice we go from those 80s on Saturday to some really chilly temperatures Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But hey, if you're not a fan of the cold weather, we're going to warm up really nicely by the middle of next week. So just a quick little cold snap. So overall, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the warm weather on Saturday for the warm weather lovers, and the cold weather lovers, enjoy Sunday.